So I have a lens that I really like, which is the ttartisan's 35mm f1.4. However, there is a issue with this lens. Actually, let me grab it for you guys. So this is the 35mm f1.4 from ttartisans. It is a really nice small lens. It is actually made for APS-C, but it does cover about 1.2 crop if you put it on a full frame with a clear image zoom. However, yeah, this lens is actually quite nice, gets you really nice cinematic look, and you can actually anamorfake it and get really nice anamorphic look with it. The biggest issue with this lens is its odd design. So you can see the shape is kind of odd. It has like a slanted edge and it has like a really thin part where you could basically try and put like your focus gearing on it. However, it is very far on the back of the lens, and it would make it more difficult to use this lens with a follow focus or like a remote follow focus. And that's why I needed to design something for it, because there isn't anybody selling like a housing for this, or actually letting a company make an actual housing will cost quite a lot. So I had to design my own, and luckily I have a background in industrial design, so I can actually make things in CAD. So the first thing is you need to grab a caliper and you need to measure a lot of things. So you need to just basically measure a lot of things, write it down, make sure measure twice so you are sure that you're correct. So after measuring everything, I'm also gonna add a few extra things onto the lens itself. So I'm gonna add an OD ring, which is like a kind of a step up ring but a little bit more fancier, but it allows me to change this odd filter thread of 39mm to like 77mm, so I can add like also normal filters on here without having to buy like really tiny ones just specifically for this. Right now I've already designed it. I'm not going to show you the process of designing. The only thing you might notice that I didn't add like the gearing on the lens housing directly. The thing with it is that I don't really trust 3D printed gearings. I've noticed there are issues that follow focuses don't really work well, especially remote follow focuses often slips with like 3D printed rings. However, I'm gonna use the chungdha seamless gearings that you can buy for like relatively cheap prices and add it onto the housing. Now to actually print this out, so I now don't have a 3D printer, and how I'm gonna print this is through CraftCloud. CraftCloud is a website where you can actually print your 3D prints for a relatively inexpensive price. First is actually choose like which kind of way you want to print it. I choose FDM, which is or PLA material, but with the FDM print, which is actually the cheapest way you can print. Then you can choose the infill. I choose 100% just to make sure you get like a full proper quality print instead of having like a gap in between. But also plastic is already really light and it's not gonna make it extreme heavy. After that you can actually choose like which company you want to print it with, and you can go for the cheapest one, but however cheapest one might not be like the best quality and you might want to choose a little bit higher. And then to get your 3D print, it takes about 1 to 2 weeks because they print in batches, so they can keep the cost low. And yeah, getting it actually, the print was nice directly seeing the first try. I didn't have to redesign it with a different fitting. So putting it together, it's quite straightforward. It's basically, I designed it so it would snap into place and then rotate the OD ring afterwards onto it, and then I basically have my cine lens. And this is the final result. I am quite satisfied with it. It does what it needs. yeah, it's directly as the first print, it was directly the correct size. I didn't have to resize anything and get like a second print out. So yeah, I'm quite satisfied with this. It does the job. You might notice that I didn't design it with like an iris ring or the aperture ring. The thing with it is that I have designed or modded it with an anamorfake. So if you rotate, or if I rotate the iris, it will also rotate the bokeh, and that's not what I want. So now the bokeh is locked and I just only need to focus with this lens. So this would just give me like the nice result that I want. And I'm already planning for like other mods for other lenses, and hope if you guys want to see more of this, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.